Good evening, good evening, good evening, everyone. Good evening. How I had some little raspberry candy and raspberry lemonade, so excuse the blue tongue. But how did y'all like Roy yesterday? I thought it was eye-opening, mind-shattering, mind-blowing. Kenya went straight to hell last night. Yes, she did. She went straight to hell. So I'm just like, oh my God, girl, you did that. Let's go here. She went straight to hell. And I thought of this song when I was thinking about her going straight to hell. So I'm like, oh God, Kenya, why did you do it? Here we go. She was on the highway to hell. I couldn't play it too long, but she was on the highway to hell for real. Kenya, Kenya, Kenya. This was something just crazy. It was crazy as I don't know what. And I thought you were more mature than this, Miss Kenya. So let's get to it. Let me give a little notes out. So we're gonna start off. This is called Lord have mercy. What was it called? Something about last night or whatever. About last night. So we got we're at Shamia's house is where the episode picks up at. We're at Shamia's house, and Shamia has invited Angela and Brit. And you know, Brit comes there barefaced, looking pitiful. And they're talking about what happened last night. They're talking about the situation. Porsha saying that she heard something about Charles. And Shamia said, did you talk to your husband about what Porsha said? And they got to, doing that little back and forth. Because, girl, you can tell me something about my man and then act like you know something about him and then not say anything. Come on now. Let's talk. Because, if you tell me something, I'm sure going to go back and mention whatever I thought, then I'm going to, spice it up anyways. But so then they got to talking about Brit and why she popped off like that. And she felt like that Kenya kept interrupting her. I don't feel like Kenya really interrupted her at all. Kenya really paid her dust that night. Then she went and played with it just a tad bit, but goodness, girl. But she came back, she's so apologetic, talking about she couldn't sleep at all. And then Angela mentioned she couldn't sleep because she got the backlash to all that by the owners or whoever was the managers. Because all this ghetto-ness going on in this fine establishment, where we do that at? So, they're talking about it, Brit, she gets to, looking all sorry and pitiful about how she acted out and showed out. And, it's her fault. And wants to apologize, I guess. So then we're at Kenya's hair care spa, or whatever you call it. Kenya Moore Hair Care Spa, I guess. So we have Porsha and Kelly. They're there too. And they are there to look at some models that are coming in. And the models that are going to be coming in, I guess they're going to be doing like a Bonner Brothers show from back in the early 90s, the 90s through the 2000s. One of those hair shows. So they talk about her grand opening. And they also are talking about, how she invested, her money and all this thing. And this is her baby. So Kelly and Porsha are also talking, and Kelly said that, she never seen this side of Brit. And, this is not like her. This is not how she acts and all that. And Kenya wasn't hearing it. She's like, no. Because Kenya already had a trick up her sleeve. And I think she must have clued in Porsha about she going to be doing something at that event. I believe she did because of what Porsha had said. And she said because basically in that green screen, either was the green screen or was it when she was talking? I don't know. But she had said, sometimes people, would retaliate when they're embarrassed or whatever. But Kenya wasn't feeling it. And they was wanting to know, basically, was everyone, who all did she invite? And did she uninvite Brit? Well, she didn't uninvite her. I guess maybe Kenya didn't think she was going to show up. So then we have, after that scene, because we're going to get down to the nitty gritty. After that scene, we have Angela and her daughter Mari at the coffee shop. And Angela, gives us a backstory on her daughter's father. He was murdered, and I guess they're from Chicago. He was murdered, I believe, when Mari was younger. So she's been a single parent. I meant to look up Angela's age because I thought she was 41, but her daughter is like 24, almost 25. So she had her pretty young. So, they're discussing what's going on in the family. Amari wanted to borrow the grandmother's car, which her mama had bought. Somehow the auntie and the auntie and the niece got into it. And she's letting her mama know what's going on and asking, why are you supporting them? Are you still going to support them? Because the house that they live in is the house that Angela bought for them. So the daughter was asking her mom to basically, stop supporting them. Look what they're doing to me. And I believe she had moved out or whatever. But then, Angela got like, I got bigger fish to fry, girl. How you going to get married and not tell me? Because the granny told the mama. And the girl was like, it wasn't really a big deal. I don't know why you're so upset. I was the one who went down and got married as a justice of peace. So, but my mom knew I was going to do it. Or either she knew right after it happened. I can't remember. But we did. And we did it on Valentine's Day. I had already had a baby who was living together and everything else. So that's how it is. I've been married since 1994. So it's been 31 years. Well, so they're talking still. And, Angela's about to cry because she's really hurt about the whole situation because the daughter had been married 4 months and didn't even let her mama know. And the granny had to tell her. So she was like, she was just upset and distraught about the whole situation. Oh, my my thing hasn't stopped, I guess. But anyways, so talking and everything, we find out that she had mentioned that her mother was bipolar, and this could be some of the issues to why the grandmother and the granddaughter is not getting along, because she has mental issues, but her mother says that she is healed. So she says usually she would use that as her excuse, but now she says she's healed. I wonder if she's still taking any medication if she's on it. And so they're in the coffee shop. They're both crying, and then, had to get it together. And, the mama had to do a face check. Hey, how am I looking? And her daughter goes, you're looking beautiful. But I just wonder why the daughter decided to get married and keep it a secret for 4 months. And why is she borrowing her grandma's car? You already live with the grandma and auntie. Seems like you would be living with your mama. I don't know. I got a lot of questions right here. I don't know. And then, so our next little thing that we got going on is Brit and Porsha. Now, Porsha, she ain't did nothing else this season. She was holding Brit feet to the fire on this. They met up somewhere. It looks like they're eating dinner, lunch. I don't know. And, Porsha wanted to know what's going on. what was all that about last night? Why you was popping off on Kenya? It was not that deep. And she gets admitting that, you know, like, I'm in this situation. I'm in places I've never been before. Because I was wondering what she's trying to say, because they were acting like this place is supposed to be in the hood, somewhere in Buckhead. I don't know too much about Atlanta. I've been there a couple times, but I don't know them Atlanta streets. And because the place looked very nice. You know, and all these other things she's got going on. And, you know, so she just kind of went there. And she was apologetic, but, you know, but Porsha was letting her know, you know, because, like, take me, for example. If I got a situation going on, I'm going back and forth with somebody, and then I mention about a pistol in that same argument, they think I'm going to be talking about using that on them. And she goes, oh, yeah, but I would never want Kenya to feel unsafe. I would never do that. And why would you mention it, girl? Why? Because her whole thing seems like production must have said something to her, because how you going to be about it the night before, then all of a sudden, you so apologetic. What? Because you know you got to go to the event, the all cast event, because you know your check is attached to that too. I don't know. I just wonder what made you change your mind so quickly. Because you came at the king for no reason. And I believe that they should have sat this girl down and maybe, I don't know, maybe not let her film for a couple episodes or something to reassure Kenya. Because Kenya, you went down the wrong road. Like Porsha says, wrong road. It made no sense, but you know, Brit, she apologized and she took accountability and she wanted to move forward with Kenya. So then the next person we end up with, we're at Angela and Charles. Now I'm telling you, Angela husband Charles be giving her the business on this show. Like he is coming at her like, I don't know what you're talking to. He knows she's doing this stuff for a show. So why is you giving her such a hard time? It's kind of funny, but why? So she's in the bathroom getting her face, probably prepared before she get her makeup on. So he comes in. I guess he's talking about the room because the room she must be having some remodeling going on in his bathroom or whatever. And he says he may need a hard hat or something going into this construction zone. And then so she gets to telling him about what Porsha has said. And I think he said, is she a part of the feds? And then he was, starting to go at her. And then Angela was trying to back him down, like, no, leave her alone. Girl, let your man go at it. Because the girl speaking on him, it's known for always trying to say she knows something about somebody's husband. So whether it's true or not, if there's something about him, I don't know. Maybe Porsha's in those circles. Who knows? But he was about to cook on that ass. So, and then he was going to cook. He's down there cooking chicken or whatever. So then she goes downstairs and he's cooking. So she goes over to do whatever, but she goes to wash her hands first. And he makes this comment about, did you wash your hands? Did you wash your hands? And they roll the film back, shows that she washed her hands. Yeah, I washed my hands. Excuse me. And from there, she goes on to try to tell him about, first of all, she was inviting him to Kenya's thing. But then she says he's going to be the only man. He was like, it's like my husband. I don't want to go. So he already got here. We got lined up. What they going to do? Then she said, got to talking to him about the things that's going on in the family. I guess he said, I pay for them. I support their lifestyle. I ain't got to listen to shit about what's going on with them. He ain't even talking to his own family members, so he's damn sure ain't talking to yours. So in her confessional, she says, you know, her family members, or her mother and her sister, and her husband relationship is non-existent. And when they're around, he basically don't speak. And she says, but she believes it because she'll question him about it. He said he spoke, but nobody. So what, he must have said it in his mind. I don't know. I hate them kind of relationships where your spouse and your family members don't get along. And thank God that's not my family life, because that would be hard to me. So, you know, he's like, I don't even want to hear the shit. You know, why are you talking to me about it? Basically, is the way I took it. Why are you talking to me about it? You know this is what we don't talk about. So why are you talking about, oh, because we're in front of the camera? Mr. Oakley, let your woman get the job done correctly. She's supposed to be involved in her family. So after all that, we go, I don't know what's next. We start out with at Porsha's thing, and then we see some of the people up here. We see, what is that? What do you call himself? Miss Lawrence, I think. He's there. He said Porsha, Jesus. Kenya was the one who showed him how to put some clips on some weave, I think. I don't know. Whatever. So, you know, they're getting everything set up, and there's people arriving. And, you know, Shamia arrives, and Shamia goes, oh, this is all for me. So when, you know, Kenya, when she did arrive, Kenya was dressed to the nines. She looked very nice in her purple. Hair was fabulous. And then so, because I got a picture of her here somewhere. Then we have Kelly and Brit. They're in the, here's a picture. We have Kelly and Brit. They're still in the Sprinter. And they're getting there. I'm like, why they got this big old Sprinter for this them too? Couldn't they drive it? Well, maybe they was trying to be safe and not drink and drive. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe they were trying to be safe and not have an issue, you know, because they knew they was going to be probably turning up at an event and wanted to have a driver. So they know they're talking about things, and Brit let it be known that her aunt had passed away due to complications from a stroke. So, you know, we getting this sob story going. So we're going to look at, you know, Brit and feel sorry for her. I know. I mean, no, I don't. But so we get to Kenya's event, and, you know, Brit, she got flowers for her and a card. She's really trying to, you know, extend that olive branch. So, you know, but when she gets there, Kenya pays her dust. And Kenya, you should have kept paying her dust. So they get there and they give her the flowers, and Kenya sends the flowers away, say, give it to a homeless person, burn the card. And so she goes on to proceed. She gets everybody's attention. And this is where we get ready to go to hell. She gets everybody's attention, and she started talking about what happened. First of all, she started talking about all these things about, you know, getting this business together, all that she put into it, and how she's trying to set, you know, a legacy for her daughter, which was, you know, all nice. And then, but somebody was trying to take food out of my baby's mouth. I said, oh, shit. So she goes on to talk about Brit and what Brit did the night before, how she said she had a pistol and all this and that, and how she didn't really know who Brit was. So she had to go and look and see who this bitch is. So she went and looked up who Brit was, and Brit was excuse me, look, I'm just not looking at comments. Yes, I think she deserved it a little bit. And then, can you be on that bullshit? She do. But, y'all excuse me, I had a cold for the last couple of days. But she's talking all these things about everything that's so great about her business. And we didn't even figure out what all her business is about. Only for her to go into this whole dang on diatribe about this bitch over there, which was dumb. Brit leaves, and she got all her little props. You know, Kenya good for a damn prop. So she got this poster board. So she had some kind of PI go around public PI detectives go and find all this information on Brit. Her pictures before her surgeries and fillers and all that stuff. It's about who is this bitch? And then got to talking about all these things. Because I think but she had three poster boards. And the last one was the poster board with Brit going down on somebody. Who she was going down, who dick in the mouth she had, I don't know. But that was tasteless. Girl, we didn't find out nothing else about your business. We don't know. We didn't get a chance to get a tour or anything. And you just went there for no reason. It was just dumb. I mean, you're supposed to be sophisticated, so you claim. This was really ratchet. And, you know, I was kind of cringing a little bit while you were talking about Brit. I still don't feel sorry for her. But, King, you could have did this at another castmate event where it would just be you and the castmate, not the whole public. And kind of put her on blast or whatever. Maybe had a little picture on the placemat or even in the envelope for everybody to open up and view themselves instead of you putting it where everybody could see. You played yourself real dumb and stupid. And, girl, you're older than me. I'm 52. You're like 54 or something like that. Why would you do something dumb like this? We don't know what Kenya Moore Hair Care Spa do. We don't know. Even though right before all this stuff went down, you did have the hair show, which was like the Bonner Brothers thing. And, you know, so we got to see those god-awful hairdos that you wouldn't normally see at the hair shows, which I thought was cute. But you messed up your whole event. You could have had something great. We could have got a tour, but you let this girl be the theme of your night. Brit, Edie, the alleged escort / alleged porn star. I don't know. The video vixen, whatever she is. But you said you paid her dust. But you gave her all the attention in the world, which made no sense to me. None. And you just went out bad. You really did. I don't know who told you this was something to do. You did not think it straight. You just made yourself look like a fool to me. And then to top it out off, the castmates started leaving. And let me tell you one thing. Cynthia's like, no. Let me tell this bitch something. And she let you know, so you didn't have to hear it in the green screen. She told you in your face, you better than this. Kenya, you could have did this shit somewhere else. You let your whole event be ruined by Brit. Who looks like the peasant? You do. You don't look like the queen. And you know, I was feeling sorry for you in the last episode. I was. And I'm like, I don't even like Kenya. I mean, you know, not like I know her. But I mean, as far as the character on this show, I ain't never paid attention. You know, I ain't never cared for her. So I'm like, Brit got me mad over here. I'm over here making making up excuses for, why this could have happened. Because the way Brit popped off and feeling sorry for Kenya. All for us to get to see this shit right here. And it just was, I don't know, it was downright ratchet. And you could have handled it different, And not knowing that, I don't know how you didn't think you wasn't going to lose your job. I don't know. They say you still getting paid. I don't know. But I thought this episode was just, it was a bit too far, Kenya. So we went, how did Phaedra say? The demonic minions of hell. That's what Kenya was. Because Kenya went straight to hell. I mean, she went beyond the gates of hell. Honey, she must be Satan's mama, because this is ridiculous. And I just feel like I really would like her back on the reunion and hear her ass cry about it. But we could have had a good season with you and her going back and forth. And you didn't have to do this. I mean, you could have played this differently. But to get in front of all these people and make your whole event basically about Brit Edie, girl, you lost. And you lost bad. Because we don't even know what your spa is like. Is anyone even going to the spa? And you didn't put your baby's college fund in there? I don't know. Because do we even, let me know, somebody. Have y'all seen any advertisement about the spa? Are people going there? Is it still open? Girl, King, you played yourself. Played yourself. And you let this rookie come on to the damn show. We know she was some kind of damn hoe. And get you, make you lose your spot, which was dumb. So they had to bring Phaedra ass back over here. I don't know. They say the ratings bad. I don't know what the ratings were for this week. But Miss Kenya, in the words of AC/DC, you were on the highway to hell. And that's all I got. My voice is about gone. But like I said, I don't really feel sorry for Brit at all. I don't have not one piece or ounce of empathy for her. No, I don't. Because I don't really feel like Brit was even sorry about it. I don't think she was. I think she was sorry because maybe the producers had said something to her little ass. But I think they could have done something a little bit more. They should have hit her in the pocket some. And then maybe we wouldn't have had this situation between Kenya and her. That's what I believe. I don't know. Uh-oh. Is Brandy up here? Can I add you to the stage, Brandy?
Oh, yes, ma'am, you can. Okay. I'm on my phone, so excuse me, y'all. I had to cancel. I couldn't get on time, but I didn't want you to miss out because this is a big topic tonight. And I'm glad I did catch you last minute. So look, I can talk a little bit while you take a little rest because you right in your You are right. Out this episode, most definitely, I feel like we've talked about it up until this point. What's this, episode 5, right?
Yes.
And so, even I said, like, I was really liking to see this softer side of Kenya. I kind of got on board. Even Porsha kind of said it this season, this episode, where she kind of, oh God, I'm trying to think of the scene, but she was basically seconding the fact that Kenya. Oh, when she said Brit had a preconceived idea of Kenya.
She was a fan.
Right. So she came in already. And yes, she's correct. That's why we kind of seeing her blow things out of proportion from the Shamia party. And then too, and let's say, well, Kenya wasn't here for it. Like I said, well, Kenya realized like she's opening this business, and in order, listen, it's not about tricking people, but people, when they like you, they gonna treat you better. I mean, that's just that. So she does better to be liked on this show at this point, now that she has this business, you know what I mean? Than to not be liked, because even if she not liked, it's not that people won't show up, but it's the wrong type of people. You know what I mean? Like she
Mm-hmm.
try, so that is, I think, a huge reason why we are seeing a different Kenya. And so I was here for it. I'm not a Kenya fan. Never have been since her inception onto Real Housewives of Atlanta. However, I think personally, I'm just always here for the underdog. I always want to see people do better, and so if you show up better, then fine. I'm gonna go ahead and watch, or give you that opportunity. So I thought we saw that, but I agree. I think Porsha said it. She twirled all the way to hell. With this one, because and it's kind of like the antics. I think a lot of stuff just kind of blew out of proportion and caught up with Kenya.
Yeah.
In for lack of better words, I think that I do still think that, and I'm very strong about it. I do think that it's wrong. It doesn't seem that Brit had any type of recourse for her part,
Yes.
not to excuse what Kenya did. Because Kenya, you went low. Now I did hear that it was a picture. I think me and you discussed that. It was a picture of a cucumber, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that she was doing fellatio, but even still, it's embarrassing. I mean, yeah, I think Kenya. I pride her on being smart and intelligent. I think it felt like a letdown, even for the villain in Kenya. It felt like a letdown. It felt desperate. It felt dirty. You know what I mean? Like just all the things that really had been the opposite of Kenya, even though she's been nasty and malicious in the way that she's done things. But I feel like the way that she's moved before just been a little bit more what's the word? Just better. Like but this was just low. I mean, you know what I mean? It was just low. And to do that at your spa, I remember that's the first thing I thought is why would you do that at your place of business? I feel like that's a mistake she is probably kicking herself in the tail about. She probably is hoping that the fans will somehow turn it around for her. But I'm kind of more interested in finding out if we can find out the details to this investigation that they supposedly had. I would love to know how they got to the conclusion that they did, you know?
Yeah.
I just
I,
don't. The only thing I think is unfair is that Kenya is the only one being punished. That's the only thing I think is unfair. I don't think it's unfair that Kenya is no longer filming or a part of this season, and of course, due to what she did. I just don't think she should probably be sitting on the sidelines by herself. And clearly, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's in the future for us, and we'll just come on here and talk about it. Um, but it looks like a couple of the castmates outside of Porsha, the Brit then rubbed a few people the wrong way at this point.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think though, but I do like how the castmate said, and well, shoot, Cynthia, how she just called her out right then and there.
Well, I'm wondering. So it's okay. Look, okay. So Angela proved herself to be a flip flopper in this episode, right?
Yes.
And I kind of said to myself, like, she taking Cynthia's place, okay? Because
Mm-hmm.
Cynthia had been kind of known as the flip flopper. In this case, I appreciate Cynthia calling her friend out because it's the right thing to do. What I might be concerned about is she kicking herself in the tail about it? Because she is telling us that she hasn't spoke to Kenya, so it seems like there's a rift in their friendship. And so I'm wondering if that is something that she gonna turn around and change her mind about.
I don't know, because she said that she had texted her after the fact.
She did say that.
Yeah, so I don't know. Kenya probably just was being Kenya.
Well, we saw her
He
do
got
that on
mad because she
Ultimate
left.
Girl Trip. Like, that's the thing. Cynthia and Kenya, when they went on Ultimate Girls Trip, they had a fallout on that.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah. And I think it was right before Cynthia was getting married, I think. Or no. Cynthia had just gotten married. Now Cynthia has come back since that time frame and kind of said, now that she's divorced from Mike, kind of said like, oh, well, I was actually going through some stuff, and like basically, I'm sorry, y'all, I got the hiccups. Let me take a drink of water or something.
Also, I forgot to even mention, we did see Mayetta there. And we had Porsha and Drew. Drew was trying to have a conversation with Porsha. Told Porsha she can have a hot dog.
Girl, Drew is so thirsty. Oh my God. Did y'all like I can't with Drew. Like I can't with Porsha right now. Porsha is really getting under my skin. Not because of like Porsha on the season. I'm feeling Porsha on the season. I don't like that she sided up with Brit, which is really strange because she seemed to be on Kenya's side right now. But she is hanging out with Brit Edie today as we speak. And I still got the fucking hiccup. Sorry, y'all. Like I'm still hiccuping. Back to I'm sorry, yeah, but Drew, I cannot with Drew. Drew just is like so thirsty. I don't know why she's showing up so late. I'm okay with Porscha paying her dust. Cause I even though I think I heard on Kim Empire like, oh, like girl, you just mad. Basically, you just mad because your storyline is not going the way you thought it would, because when you signed up, you were supposed to be, married, living, and everything is, awry. You can't film in your house. You're not talking about your divorce. So he kind of like, she just kind of is bitter. And I'm like, well, that could be true. She could be bitter, and she could still have a point when it comes to Drew. Which the point with Drew is have the storyline on your own. Like, don't come over here with it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you want to go sing in the studio with Dennis? Sing in the studio with Dennis. Like, go do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Don't bring that shit over here. And I'm okay with that. Like, I agree, because I would feel the same way. Don't bring that shit over here. If that's what y'all doing, go do that shit. Excuse my French, y'all. But if that's what y'all doing, go do it.
Yes. I don't know.
And you notice Allison was in the background. Drew only has a backbone to that extent, to where even that line, like, well, you can have the hot dog. Like Porsha said, like, you've been rehearsing that in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on?
I'm over here snorting.
How long you been waiting to get that out? You know what I mean?
Girl.
Because like, you literally came over here and 3 sentences later, that's what you're saying.
Yes.
3 sentences later, I won't have a conversation with you, but 3 sentences later, that's what you got coming out your mouth. Okay, you good now? You got that out? It's off your chest?
Yeah. Because the whole scene was about Kenya and this Brit eating bull crap.
That's right.
And they tried to get
now, what I will say is unfortunate is that this is it as far as what we get from Kenya.
Yes.
We won't get to hear or see, like any of what takes place after.
Yeah.
I mean, as well, I'm assuming that from the last clip where they said they decided to stop filming. So I'm
Yeah.
assuming that there's no footage after this point,
Yes.
of her, of Kenya, obviously.
Unless
But
it, yeah, unless it was something he filmed prior, they'd stick it in.
now,
But
do
yeah,
you think that it could be a situation? Because, like I said, I feel like I think everybody kind of agrees for the most part that Kenya just went too far. Like, I think we do agree that Brit was wrong. Brit
yeah.
came in hot, you know, and Kenya just really went to,
The
like,
pits of hell.
yeah, like well, hell, I agree with Cynthia. Like, what the hell is lower than hell? Like, what do we say for what's underneath hell? Because I think
Girl.
that kind of does a little bit qualify. Because you don't even know this lady. You know what I mean? Like, why would you even have that much vitriol in
Yeah.
which you would do that to somebody you don't know and you pay, like you said, pay dust to? You know what I mean?
Yes.
That was anything less than dust.
But
That was a lot of
and
attention
then to use
for the
and use
lady to
yes,
not
use
even be
them.
in the room. I thought the
Yes.
lady. Now I'll say this: the one thing I did not know and didn't find out until we was watching the episode is that Brit wasn't in the room.
Yeah.
I thought Brit was there.
It's in the room. Uh-huh.
Not that that made it any better. I'm just saying I thought the girl was there.
But I really do like how Kelly got up, said she ain't here for this.
Yeah, I like. Well, I think it seemed to be the consensus of the room. See,
Yeah.
and that's what I think happened to Kenya. I think she just misread it. Like, you really jumped off the cliff
Without a parachute.
without a pair. Like, she really just jumped off the cliff.
She out there,
She did.
girl.
She just jumped off the cliff. Honey. Like, fuck it. It's all like it's home from here. Like,
All right, Thelma and Louise. God damn it.
um.
I when
She
I
didn't
saw
think of,
it,
she did not think that out. And like I said, and I don't think, yeah, she did not calculate that. Because even her friends in the room, it's, we didn't come here for this. Like, we all came here.
exactly.
We was rooting for you, girl.
Exactly. I'm like, cause she could have did it at a dinner that they would
I
have
mean,
did.
right. She could have waited until the event was over and all the people had left the room, and then
Yes,
it was nothing but the cast left. You
exactly.
know what
Cause
I mean? Like, and they
yes,
gonna do their little toast, and she say, "Well, wait a minute, y'all, before we do that." Like, I would agree with that. I think that what Kenya doesn't realize, and I said this, which I don't know if I'm all the way right, but it feels somewhere adjacent to this. I think Kenya doesn't realize she actually broke a law.
mm-hmm.
And that might be the difference, which go back to why I'm really curious. I would love to know, and that this side note, y'all, this is what sucks about sometimes um being in a corporate type of space, because I feel
Yeah.
like those are things you're not privy to. How did they get to that decision
Mm-hmm.
about
I think
not
it.
filming? Hmm?
I think it helped that that Brit threatened to sue.
Well, and so that's what I mean. Like, it seems like Brit violated something,
Yes.
and it does feel like they knew that at the time. Like, I feel like we the only ones that just found out.
Because you see, she was around
So
there apologizing. Because I'm like, how can you be bowdy the day before or whenever the hell, and all of a
even,
sudden
well, I right, but even with that, where does that
Mhm.
verbiage come from? Like, I've never told anybody. I wish I had my pistol. You know what I mean? My pow pow.
Girl,
Like, reason why? Because I ain't got one.
girl.
But
And
I
I'm not
didn't use.
gonna use
Now that's not to
one
say
for
that
that
if I.
situation.
Hmm.
As I wouldn't even use one for that situation.
Not no. Well, now I'm from Chi-Town. Now the rule of thumb is you don't
You
show
don't say
it.
it. Yeah,
Right. You
without
don't
using
show
it.
it. You don't talk about it. You don't do nothing. Like if you bring it up, you ready to use it.
Use
Like
it
if
exactly.
that's kind of like street code.
So I don't understand that whole, why
But
she
I
was
don't
trying to be
like
so
so that does
ratchet.
feel like when she say, "Well, I wasn't trying to intimidate her." Well,
Girl,
that's not true. You was
you
trying to
were.
intimidate
Because
her.
she said, this is real life. This ain't no Hollywood
Yeah.
bullshit.
Right.
Yes. Honey, she was ready
Yeah.
to pop it off like she just watched the
But
episode of Boys in the
like
Hood.
you about that life.
Yep,
That's
she
I
got
mean,
about it.
now listen, I cannot fault Kenya for going home and saying, "Well, let me Google this." I can't
Let
fault
me
her
get on the
because
Googler.
if she like, and I do believe this about King. What I don't believe is when she went on Tamron Hall and tried to pull Brooklyn into it, made this whole
She even
uh
put it into it there. Except, because she's taking food out, trying to take food out of my
oh well, she
daughter's mouth.
did, because that's her go-to, you know.
Girl, I'm like,
And even still, the people are sitting there like, what? Like, we didn't come here for
then
this.
she go, don't come for me. And then somebody go, unless I see it for you.
Talk about thank you.
I thought it was Marlo in the back. That's what it sounded like.
I
I'm like,
think I think Kenya miscalculated the stunt. This stunt is going to cost her a lot of money.
yes, I would agree.
Um, And like I will say today, and you may, if you subscribe to my channel also, like to all of our channels, but you hear me say it over and over again because it's true. Some of the best lessons are paid. That's what Steve
Yeah.
Harvey said that on his morning show. Like you will
Uh-huh.
pay for some of your best lessons, and not just necessarily monetary, but you're gonna pay for it. Like it's gonna cost you something
Yeah.
to learn a particular lesson, some of your biggest and best lessons. And I think that is where Kenya really sits right now. This is
Mhm.
costing her not just the 400 that she invested into that Kenya Moore hair spa, but it's cost her job. And
They
even though
said,
reality TV is what it is, and it may not be, much to some, but it ain't many places you gonna go and get paid the type of money she get paid to cause up, to stir up the drama and to do the things that she does. And so she's gonna miss that check. Not
yeah,
to say she ain't gonna make it.
some of the other YouTubers had said, bigger YouTubers said it was sad that Kenya is still making her check though.
Well, I'm pretty so
This
they have a
season.
contract.
Yeah.
And so, what we know about contracts or the housewives' contracts specifically is that they negotiate them per episode. So Kenya got paid for the episodes she appeared in.
Yes. Was it $89,000
That's
each
correct,
episode?
and
Yep.
and that's all the contract needs to. They need, and which is what they're probably doing,
Yeah.
right? Like while we haven't had any type of announcement. So and then I think I keep getting sidetracked when I go because I keep going back to I want to know how they did come up with the determination because I'm curious to know if they had some other type of resolution that Kenya was not here for. And that
Mm.
is why we possibly don't see Kenya. Like maybe it wasn't a network decision for Kenya to not be a part, but maybe it was a Kenya decision as far as not agreeing with whatever
Their terms.
solution it is. Right. that they had come
Mhm.
up with. So I'm interested about either one. I don't know if that information might be floating around somewhere. Um, but you bring up an interesting point too. So
Do you think what you think she may be at the reunion or not?
I I don't.
Uh-huh.
Like I
Especially since
said,
they put
I
that up
think
there.
what makes me say I don't is Kenya's post. And the post is much like other housewives in a place where when they're saying goodbye.
Mm. Okay, I haven't read it.
Um
What is it?
oh, let me pull it up, honey. Shit. Let me get it out. Let me get it out. And so so that's kind of when I saw that, it felt like a goodbye. I mean, again, this is the last time we probably gonna see her on screen. Well, we are going to see her on screen as far as this season of Roa. So I don't know if that was what it was, but it made me feel like there she wasn't going to a reunion, because I think that if
Mm.
she was, that would still be left open.
Uh-huh.
But let me pull up let me get it real quick. Cause I gotta post it. See, I've been all behind. I gotta post it on my doggone page. Okay, so it says, "You have been my besties for the last 12 years, and I love and appreciate you so much. Last year, you cried with me when all of my hard work from the salon was cut by production and none of it was shown. I want to thank all my friends who showed up for me and who supported me on a regular basis, who love me down. My glam team, who never gets it wrong, she, tagged her glam team. At Miss Lawrence, thank you for gracing us with your presence. You are a star. I hope to turn our segment into a TV show, God willing. Special thanks to my event planner who always throws the most stunning events. Thank you to the gorgeous models who help make Kenya Moore Hair Care so iconic. To the cast of hashtag RHOA season 16. I wish you all an incredible season. To my friends and family, thank you for loving me, flaws and all. Thank you all to all the stunning women who have patronized at Kenya Moore hair excuse me, y'all, at Kenya Moore Hair Spa. Lord Jesus, that ain't even a tongue twister, but it sure twisted my tongue. I love you. I love making you look beautiful. So that in last part seems to insinuate that the hair spot is open.
Okay.
I thought I looked a couple weeks ago while we was on live. I feel like I'm looking right now currently. The last post is from 2024. That doesn't necessarily mean that she's not open. I did look it up on Google. I mean, the thing about Google is somebody would have to report that, either yourself or somebody, for
Uh-huh.
them to, kind of report that it's permanently closed or that the hours are different. So they're gonna still have the same hours they had whenever you registered, your business. So I'm saying it seemed to be reporting that it was open.
Okay.
But yeah, so that was it. That was her. She did. It's a follow, or it's the caption to a video. Just showing a lot of, I guess, the decor, the food, like a lot of that event. I agree with you. Also, when you say she has this hair spa and we don't know what services you have and things. Now, I'll just chime in to say, I believe hair spas now, I I'm not really sure if people are leaving with their hair done, like actually with your hair did. You know, I'm from Chicago, but I'm not sure if they're getting styled. I guess she got some stylists, but from what I understand about a hair spa, like that particular terminology, is that like what I've seen is like there's this like massaging type of vibe to getting your hair washed, okay, and conditioned. And what I mean is like, you know, you got all of this integral things that's going on to getting a hair wash, honey. You getting a neck massage and head massage, your scalp getting massaged, you got slow water coming up and down, and like it's this whole like thing. But I mean, we did see salon chairs and mirrors, so it looked like you could leave out of her place and get your hair styled. But from what I am beginning or know about a hair spa to be, it's like a massage for your scalp.
Wow.
Hmm. Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, not to shorten it up that like, but yeah, like that.
well, honey, that bougie spa.
Well, and I mean that's a pretty bougie service when
Yeah, I mean,
when it
I would
boils
say
down to it.
yeah, but I would like to leave for my hair done now.
Well,
Now,
yeah,
I wouldn't mind
yeah,
get all those
yeah,
services, because we don't really have that type of wash and go hair.
right, and that's why, like, cause I feel like the stuff and you should go on TikTok maybe to see, like, look up hair spas,
Cause I
cause
know
then
they have
you'll,
where
huh?
you lay down, you be laying down and they're washing your hair or something.
But I'm saying my
Mm.
point in that saying is that I never see a finished product. That's why I was kind of saying I'm not really sure if you leave with your hair done.
Girl, I mean, it'd
I
be all right
never,
for locks, I
I
guess.
never see nobody show me, you know, somebody all of a sudden walking out and the hair just flowing and stuff. But I see everything that happened in between that. So I don't know how
Girl,
they leave in the hair spa. Like that's all I'm saying.
I don't know. I don't know, cause
With their hair back in the ponytail, but their scalp is feeling wonderful. Like
girl, scalp tingling and feeling good.
yes, their scalp is feeling
Girl,
amazing. Okay.
shit. No, thank you, honey. Look, I need to dye
Yeah.
my scalp, dye my hair, honey. But
Well,
yeah,
I feel like us with now. I have thought about doing one just because we have locks. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
I can
So,
see that getting
I
it steamed and
yeah,
all
I
that.
could. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I could do it right before it's time for me to get a retwist or something. Again, I'm not assuming that they styling your hair at the same time. Cause girl, that feels like that's gonna be a 3 hour, and it take me 4 hours to get my hair retied. So yeah, that's like a three
Hmm.
hour um process. If you getting it
Girl.
styled also.
Yeah, because it usually takes me about 2.5. So this time I
Right.
got it
Yeah. And
done
with
and
my sister like it's 4. So if I
two
did
and
the
a half, and
hair
I got it
spot
cut.
thing, that probably be another hour on that.
Uh-huh. Girl, I don't know. But good luck, Kenya. But she fumbled the bag for real.
She really did. You know, like I said, I do think she is kicking herself in the tail right now. And she probably is banking on some type of public, you know, like outrage or comment or, you know, viewers to sway. I do think possibly this is another small little thought, but possibly maybe they just wanted a reason, you know, and
Yeah.
she gave it to them, you know, which is and all of that is still a Kenya problem.
Yeah, but I don't
But
understand
mhm.
why she's not okay. If I know I invested all this money into this business and I'm not on the show right now after this, episode 6, she's not on there anymore. to me, right before this episode aired, I'd had me a whole new promo for my business.
True that. Like, I
Yeah,
agree. Like,
I
you
would have
should
been going
like
hard on
revamp.
social media.
Yeah. Maybe. Well. Ooh. Oh my goodness. They may have really screwed Kenya over. Okay, so as you saying that, I'm like, yes, you're right. But then it popped in my head, Bethany Frankel. Um,
Mm.
so you know about Bethany Frankel, right?
I just know a little bit about her, not much.
Okay. So but you know, the main part of her story is that she became a millionaire while being a housewife
Uh-huh.
concurrently. Like that happened, you know, like it was part of what happened in her life, right?
Cause she had that skinny girl.
Yeah,
Is that
she
the
had the
one?
skinny
Yeah.
girl margarita. She had been a celebrity chef, and she was poorer than everybody else. Anyway, she had the skinny girl margarita, skinny girl line. That was her brand, skinny
Yeah, that
girl.
wine is
And then
horrible.
she did come out with the skinny girl margarita. Jim Beam bought it from her.
Hmm.
And so she sold that company to them for $41 million.
Wow.
41 million dollars. This had to be about her fourth season as a housewife. And like I said, when she started off on New York Housewives, she was on the bottom of the totem pole as far as the ladies and what they had there. You know what I mean? Money
Like
wise,
Drew.
financially, huh?
Like Drew.
Yeah. 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 She was on the bottom of the soda pole. She probably wasn't faking like she had it, because that's what we loved about Bethany. Bethany kept it 100. I'll never forget Bethany, maybe the second or third season. Um, she had a car. It was branded in her skinny girl, and she showed up for a lunch with Luann, and Luann made fun of the car. She like, you driving that around? And so
What kind of car was it?
it was like something small, maybe like a Toyota, like Camry or something. But it was
Oh.
all, you know how you see branded cars, you know, like specific to, like, say if you saw a car that was like for, think of something that's got some crazy colors like blue and yellow or something.
Uh-huh.
And so that, like, it was red, but then it had her skinny girl logo on it. You know, it was like
Uh-huh.
skinny girl. Like, it looked like a company car. I mean, it was a
Car.
company
Yeah.
car. It was a company car. But
Uh-huh.
Countess Luann, or ex-Countess, well, anyway, yeah, because that's a whole nother story too. But yeah, she was making fun of her, like, you know, I say making fun, but she was kind of like, oh, you drive that everywhere? You know, like, you drive that everywhere? So Bethany looking at her like, yeah, like, that's my car. Like, what? And mind you, they in New York. So, like, first of all, people really don't drive, but yeah,
Yeah.
like, so, you know, I remember Bethany telling her something specifically, like, I get paid to drive this car. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't do me, you know. Anyway, my point in bringing her up, though, in general, was that she is so she made that money. Bravo didn't make a penny, because she has
Okay.
come out and said that when she signed her contract, um, she made them change a particular clause. And she was saying that even at the time, she didn't know, you know what I mean? Like, she didn't have no money, you know, and they wasn't making any money. So she didn't really know, but she just knew when she went over it, like, no, I'm not doing this. So, you know, change it out. So now she said they made up a particular clause specific called a Bethany clause that the
Okay.
housewives have in their contract, and it's specific to their businesses. And
Yeah.
so any business that they promote and bring on the show, they're able to get a
With a percentage.
percentage.
Mm-hmm.
of that. So I'm saying that going back to Kenya. So last season she was very upset with them, probably because she was okay with whatever it is, same as Kenya, like was okay with whatever that clause was that they added in.
Uh-huh.
Um, but she was upset that they did not show any of her build out for the spa. Um, and so it's interesting that this season you get the event, and I don't know, did she really, like, here we go again with her and her stunts.
Girl.
And now this is making me feel even less like I was sympathetic even still, but now I'm less, now that I'm like really verbalizing this out loud, because you knew this. You got your own contract. You knew
Yeah.
what happened to you. And so now I'm thinking, did she pull this stunt so that it could be something that they for sure would show?
Oh.
Seeing how they did not show any of whatever she said, like said she filmed the last season.
Yeah, but I'm looking at the long-term effect, and I would not want that associated with my business.
I
None of that.
agree. Which
Because
that's why I say she miscalculated though. Because I
definitely, I
think that
mean,
she looked at it like, well, if they get it on here, you know what I mean? Like I can get the promotion.
but you didn't get a chance to promote anything.
That's true.
Not a damn thing. We didn't see shit. We don't
Well,
know what a spa do. We
you're
don't know,
right.
girl. We don't know nothing. We just can assume.
You're
And that's,
right. We saw she had a shampoo space and she got an office. We
yeah,
saw
she
that
didn't.
part.
So
And
that's
the
why I was
flower
saying,
wall is real pretty.
yeah, I mean, it's pretty, but shit, just because it's pretty don't mean I want to go in there and get my hair done.
True, true, true.
So we
Well,
don't
I
know what.
mean, okay. Well, I feel like whatever it is you looking to get done, want to do, or whatever, you just putting it in God's hands because let's be clear, Kenya is not a cosmetologist. So she's not going to be doing anything on your head. You know what I mean? It'll be whoever it is she hired.
Exactly. So my thing also, because I know she did like the Bonner Brothers like hair show, but
That
she
was
didn't
cute.
even. That was cute, but she should have saw the stylist who did it.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that. The stylist who did it should have, and well, maybe she didn't show them because I'm finna say now they well. I guess we done got ahead of ourselves with her idea, because I was gonna say it should have been stylist in her own place. Like, ain't no
I would
point
imagine
in,
so.
well, right. Ain't no point in having stylists come and do something and they not the stylists that you know what I mean, like are coming to have something done. But I got the funny idea that the stylist that did that, I don't think they work in the spa. Like I don't know. I just feel that way.
Them
Like
look, look, them look, wait a minute. Are those the kitchen stylists that did them out the
well,
hairdos?
I wouldn't necessarily say that they kitchen stylists. I just don't think they work in their hair spas. That's all.
Yeah. Keisha right in the kitchen, girl. He's talking
They
about
probably came right out of Miss Lawrence's salon. But I'm saying they not working at no hair spa.
seems like they should at least got some kind of notoriety since they did, or whoever would have won the
I mean, but
thing.
and then and then here we go again. It was such a missed opportunity for Kenya. Cause that I thought now I do brows and lashes now, but I went to cosmetology school. I used to
Mhm.
go to the hair shows. I used to compete in the hair shows when I was
Mhm.
in hair school. Them hair shows, everything. I
Girl, yeah,
never
I've been
been to
to them.
Bronner Brothers, huh?
Yes, I've been to them.
Yeah, like
Nice.
you know what I'm saying? Everything. So I guess that's what it felt for me. It was like, yes, girl, like, come on, bring that. And because, well, Bronner Brothers is in Atlanta. That's what they
Yeah.
known for,
Hmm.
is the hair shows and stuff. And they come, and so I thought that was nice and cute, and yeah, she just ruined everything with the end. And like I said, I think I was just flabbergasted at the point that the girl who she was attacking wasn't even in the audience. You know what I mean? Like, my God, you just did that like, wow. Okay.
Girl, just paying her all kind of, talking about she paying her dust. Girl, you was giving her whole life. And
Would
because,
you say you gave her everything she needed
yes,
to
it
take
did.
your spot?
Because the average Joe, and just imagine if you happen to be in the public there, in the audience, you wouldn't even know who the fuck Brit was.
What Guthrie said, Brit deserved it.
I think she did. Just not there. I think she should have did it in a setting where it was just a cast. And maybe had something, maybe she should.
You know what? And I kind of feel like, well, like I said, now when you get into the RP part of it, I
Mhm.
mm-mm. I kind of think that she would have done served herself better. But I don't know. I feel like if she pulled up pictures and stuff, that it would have went the same way. And
Yeah.
the only reason why, because Bravo just had that situation go on Vanderpump Rules
Mm-hmm.
with old girl Rachel now. Uh,
Uh-huh.
and whatever video, some video. Same thing over on Carlos King stuff.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, Kenya just wasn't paying attention. She wasn't. She didn't check the temperature of the audience or the companies. She just was on her own little thing, honey. And Po thing just walked herself right out of a job.
Girl, yes.
I am gonna go back and listen. I'm gonna listen to the full Tamara Hall interview, because that happened a little bit after this incident, but still before it's airing. Cause I want to go back and I kind of just want to get reacclimated,
Mm-hmm.
acclimated with what was being said right after when we found out, and so I don't get mixed up with what starts to be said now.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
they're gonna switch it up. I think you know what I'm saying. Like I said, the cast on Brit gone though, honey. I don't, and I guess that's something we got to look forward to because shit, they like not feeling her. Kelly, I feel like I actually like Kelly. I think I can
I
say
do
that.
too.
And
I
I
like her
feel
too.
like at the point in which Kelly said, I can't believe I defended somebody and this, you know what I mean? Like, I just want to know what happened? Like,
Because I was like, is she talking about Kia or is she talking about Brit? I didn't know.
she had to be talking about Brit because she left.
Uh-huh. That's right.
That's all I'm thinking is she got to be talking about Brit.
Girl.
But
Maybe.
maybe she is talking about Kenya.
Girl,
Now
I
that
don't
you say
know.
it.
I said because she
Did
talking
she
about what
defend Kenya? Do I think that she defended Kenya?
to Brit, because she was
Did she?
saying,
I thought she defended Brit to Kenya.
well, she was trying to say like that was not her experience, and she wished they would have gotten along, just before all this stuff happened. And I didn't know who she was talking about. I said, you know how you read something, you like, okay. So, but
Well,
yeah,
I
I
took
know,
it as Brit, and now I'm
but
finna go down the rabbit hole. I took it as Brit because Shamia,
I know, yeah.
right? She was like, what housewife she wished had wasn't there or whatever, something,
Yeah,
and
she said Brit. But
yeah.
But my thing is too, do you think because of all this that happened, and do you think the women are going to be kind of more careful watching what they're doing because of what happened with Kenya?
I think yes, but maybe the possibility comes up where they don't have to.
Okay. Because, I don't want to get all boring then.
I'm guessing we're gonna have to see because that's what I'm saying. Like it seems like Shamia has a problem with Brit. And I think Shamia in that same interview that she insinuated she wished Brit wasn't there. Um, I guess we're gonna see how Brit handles whatever we're gonna see with Kenya not coming around anymore. So I'm guessing it's gonna be addressed in some way. It just won't come from Kenya's mouth. Which that sucks for her too. And that's the thing, that's the thing about reality TV though, is that you don't get to determine that.
Yeah.
And I think here's the other part. It does suck in theory, but you signed a contract that literally said that.
Mm-hmm.
Like it didn't trick you. You know what I'm saying? Like it literally tells you. Like they can portray you whatever way they want to. Um
Girl, it's a
so
mess. And
and
Kenya is,
and Poe what's his name? Mark done lost his business, honey, and honey,
girl,
it's
yes, he damn
bad.
near homeless, ain't he?
That's what we heard. They said he might be over there with Kenya.
Girl, because they're
Which
not
might be
divorced yet,
why
are
she has such a better attitude.
they? She getting dick down.
I mean, that would explain it.
Yeah, it would. Maybe he
Because she
acting
was
better
a
since he
better
broke too.
person when Ken was a better person than Kenya.
Yes, yes. what, what did oh god, Nene said she liked Ken because Ken would shut the
Right.
fuck up.
And I guess we just saw that, like in this last episode. I guess that's what we just saw.
Girl, I don't know. This has just been, it was a bit much. I thought Kenya, I mean, some things you would do when you're young and dumb. Kenya was just too old for this one. And like Cynthia said it to her, you're better than this. You ain't about to take all of us
But
to hell with
now
you.
the only thing I would say to Cynthia is I don't know when she saw that though. I feel like even though, like I'm saying, Kenya miscalculated her antic, the antic was right up her alley.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, we just in a different climate than we was.
Girl,
But
I mean,
but like I said, I
but
feel
I don't
like
think, but I don't think it was okay. The way Cynthia said it in the confessional, or whatever, or either we heard it, that made it seem like it was an actual penis.
oh, she said we don't want to see nobody sucking. Oh no, yeah. Listen, I think that it was. I do think that it probably more so was a cucumber. I do think that. I kind of, I don't know. Maybe it's just me wanting to believe that Kenya didn't,
Or do
and
you think
thinking
it
that
was
Kenya
like
know better than that part. You know what I'm saying?
do
So
you think
I'm
it
gonna
was,
go.
but do you think it might have been an actual picture of that going on and she just stuck a cucumber or something on top of it? Because why would Brit be sucking on a damn cucumber?
Well, going back to your OF.
Yeah.
That I mean that's why I'm okay with thinking it was a cucumber. Cause I'm already with you. Like, where would that picture have come from? You know what I mean? Even with
Mm-hmm.
a private investigator, where would you have found that at? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it would have to be on the web somewhere, in my opinion. I don't know where the OF stuff go. I don't watch OF. Listen, I'm only using OF and I'm so proud to be using it this much because I just found out what OF was.
Girl, I wouldn't even know how to get to it, to tell you the
That's
truth.
what I'm trying to say. Like, so I don't really know how you get to those images. I'm not familiar with that, but I'm only
Yeah,
assuming the way that you find images of people in those type of uh, behaviors or anything like that would have to be because they have it there,
yeah.
or whatever those other pages are that people be on.
Girl, I don't know, Pornhub and all that other stuff.
Yeah,
Girl,
they, like I said, whatever the other ones are that people be on.
girl shoot, they just be on X. It's on there. Shoot,
Is it
girl.
on there, girl? See, and I don't even have
Girl,
X.
it's X rated
And
over
the
there.
funny thing is, I had Twitter for so long, never really used it because when it first came out, you could only do 40 characters. Then I don't like
Yeah,
it. It was just a lot, and I just never really got into it. And so when they turned it to X, and the app on my phone had the X on it,
yeah.
it just made me uncomfortable. It made me feel like, remember the cartoons we would watch when they have like the skull face with the X on it, and it was like for
Uh-huh.
poison or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of, it just made me feel like this was something that maybe I wasn't supposed to like be in, and
Girl, but they got a wild side over there. Everything
well,
goes.
I hear, but I ain't never found it, and now I done deleted the whole thing, my account and everything, so I won't be finding it.
Girl,
But
I
I
seen them.
heard, honey,
Mm-hmm.
and clearly it's true because them photos came from somewhere.
They
So
sure did.
you
Cause
know,
but I know Kenya had them, but did anybody else ever get a hold of them? Were they ever on the internet or where
now I was
public seen it?
interested to see that first poster board because that just looked like that was a bunch of like different pictures of her,
Yeah,
like her
before she had
face.
surgery. Mhm.
Yeah, I would like to see that, but I don't know. I don't think so. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't
I'm
know.
too listen. I don't want that mess on my phone. No lies. So I
I
ain't
know.
even trying to find it.
Well, I don't ever remember anybody saying they had them. That's why I was wondering.
But you know what's funny? Somehow everybody in the place had to sign something because we don't remember nobody who was in the place saying that they saw anything. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, it was a lot of people in that place.
And you know they all saw it.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Girl.
that's what I'm saying.
They saw it, honey. And they had to sign one of those one of them forms.
NDAs, baby. Like,
Mm-hmm.
don't you say a damn word, honey. Like, for all you know, you wasn't here and we just used your likeness, honey.
You see, Porsha was like, take the mic off of me and stop filming right now. Just make like I
Yeah.
wasn't even here. Yes, I don't know. That was a bit much. Kenya went to hell.
Went to the
Like
depths
AC.
of hell. And
Yes,
from which she came, I guess.
girl. She's Satan's mama. Satan's
From
mama
which
right
she
there.
came, honey, because she came from the depths of hell too.
Girl. I said, I be there. She
And Brit
twirl,
coming
twirl,
out,
twirl.
coming out shining like roses. Which the irony to that also is Brit is not bringing any. Well, even till this point, Brit didn't bring anything.
Yeah, just her ring.
Her right that she was
And,
so.
and that she used to date Rick Ross, so she say. I did see a couple pictures of her and him together on the internet though.
And I guess she want us to forget about that.
Girl.
Because she had the best 3 years of her life with this man that she got an anniversary ring from.
Well, she the one brought it up. We would have never known because, honey, I didn't even know who a Brit Edie was.
I didn't either. Never.
And she still ain't dropped no names of who videos she was in. So it leads me to believe she was in those other kinds of videos.
Well,
that she was getting paid $1,400.
We have already established that is where Kenya got them photos from. And not just that. Like, let's just think about for you to be somebody who is able to date just somebody like Rick Ross. Let's just say Rick Ross is the highest person on her hit list or whatever.
Gotta be because she mentioned him.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, let's just say he is at the top, right? So everybody, is a little bit less than. But let's just think about what type of where you gotta be, what type of space you have to be in, what type of shit you need to be into, what in order to be dating Rick Ross. Seemed to me like you probably would have pictures of you doing fellatio somewhere. Yeah. Listen, somewhere. That's all. I don't know where. I'm just saying somewhere. Because all I'm saying is also I think it.
Because then he sent some other pictures.
Rick Ross is Rick Ross. Like, it shouldn't take that much for him to get anybody. But what I am saying is women are thirsty.
Yeah.
And so, they will do a lot. Like to make sure they able to get with somebody like a Rick Ross. And so, that's what I'm saying. Like, is that far-fetched? And I guess maybe we're going to hear about it because, that this is one of them parts that's in the trailer that we got to see if it's going to air. When she say, now I got to talk to my mom about sucking D. So, like I said, going back to, I guess she is going to tell us something about where that picture came from and what it was.
Girl, she got
to talk to her mama about it. You know what I mean? Because that means you got to explain to her. You know what I mean? Like, because my child come to me, and she like, some girl, or, you know what I mean? Like, whoever came and had this picture and, blew it up and posted it at their grand opening. Now, the only thing I'm trying to figure out is where she get the picture from.
Girl, because then Rick Ross, the one girl that's on the other show, somehow their sex tape or her sex tape was someone else.
Yes. I don't know if it was him or 50 Cent, but seemed like I think
it was 50 Cent. I think she sued him.
Huh?
I think she sued 50 Cent.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think I quite understood who released it, but I guess it must have been 50 Cent or something. Yeah.
But I don't know how he got a hold of it.
Well, again, so that would leave Rick Ross up to question.
So he over here to send the pictures out allegedly to Kenya.
Well, maybe that's why they don't get along no more.
Ooh, girl.
I'm just saying, like, cause 50 was real pissy that Big Meech, was over there hanging out with Rick Ross. I didn't know he had. Listen, I can't follow 50 in his beef, so I just know when he started trolling the motherfucker, that's how I found out he got a beef with somebody. So that's the same thing. He started trolling Rick Ross. I was like, oh. And so I'm like, okay, he mad, like Big Meech is hanging out with him. But like I say, now that information kind of has surfaced, maybe the beef, is a little bit deeper like that, like where maybe Rick was mad at him first. He retaliating for whatever, 50 petty as hell.
So what would you give this episode between 1 and 10?
Honestly, the episodes have not been great. We just know that there's this that we've been trying to get to. So I would rate it about a 6. Um, just because like nothing else really happened. Angela is throwing me off. I I told you, and I'm gonna say it every time we talk about her. Camille and Kelsey Grammer. Like
Girl, because what was
Camille
he?
and Kelsey Grammer. I
Girl, he
don't
was
know.
tripping, wasn't he?
Hmm?
I said he was tripping, wasn't
He really was, and it's a different type of trip. You know
he?
what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like it's a different, like again, Camille and Kelsey Grammer. I like you would have to go back and watch if you hadn't watched that. But I remember specifically that season, and this is the first season of Beverly Hills, with them two. Specifically, what I remember about her, because we always knew who Kelsey Grammer was. We didn't know who she was.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I was watching, I was interested to get to see who she was. So
Mm-hmm.
um she presented this marriage. Like Kelsey is so into her, he loves her, he work and they all good. But
Uh-huh.
every time we would see them or hear him or it didn't line up. He didn't
Uh-huh.
seem to be that interested in where she was and what she was doing, and he just it was off. You know what I mean? Like it was off. Same
Uh-huh.
like hers. And so they do the season, get to, I think they might have, I can't even remember. I feel like he filed for the divorce in between the first and second season.
Mm.
I do. I feel like he did. But again, once here we go. Like, oh, okay, because something is off. And that's kind of what it feels like with them. It's like something is off. And it seemed like you are telling us, but it's like you giving us micro doses or something.
Uh,
Yeah, something seemed to be off with them. Charles ain't gonna be around too long. If Angela stick around, but
yeah, I don't know. He was giving her the business. I'm like, oh my
and
goodness.
that, like, even when she brought it up, and that, which is interesting because at first she says, like, well, I'm a celebrity, like people bring stuff to me all the time. Like she kind of played it like it's no big deal. She not paying no attention to what Porsha said. I mean, any woman
Uh-huh.
would be a fool to have a group of girlfriends you sitting in and somebody mentioned something like that about your husband and you don't go ask your husband, what the fuck is this bitch talking about? You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
because I do agree. Don't have me sitting at no damn table and somebody coming to tell, which that's a pet peeve of mine too. I don't care if you know something about my husband or not. Don't think you can come and tell me about my damn husband. Who? Anyway.
Girl, yeah, because I would shit, girls, shots would have been fired right there at that
I'm
table.
saying, like, yeah, honey. Now
Girl.
I agree with that. Like, no, don't listen. Now, I'm a Dr. Heavenly. I ain't even married, but if I was married, that's how it would be. Like, no, and no, you can't tell me about my husband. So go turn around. Um.
Exactly.
However, she did ask her husband about it, which would say to me that you felt some type of way, as you
Yes,
should.
she did.
But, huh?
Yes, she did.
Yeah. But his response was that typical, and see, here we go. That typical, what did he say? He kind of blew
Yeah,
it.
is she the feds?
Yeah, yeah, right. That's what I'm
Yeah, but
saying. He
Google
kind
his
of blew it
name.
off in some other direction or
Yeah.
something. But you never directly answered.
No, he did not. And then she said that Porsha was just playing. Now, unless that happened off the film, from what we seen, I didn't see Toya say that. Did you?
No, I didn't see her. I saw her. What I heard her say is, we'll talk about it later. That's
Yeah.
what I heard her say.
I said, I
Or
missed that
I'll
one.
leave it for later. Now we'll talk about it later. I'll leave that for later. That's what she said. I'll leave that for later. I don't know what she got up her sleeve for later. But that is what you should have made sure you ask your husband. But your husband seemed to respond to you in a way of I don't want to talk about it.
Uh-huh.
And so I don't think she gonna get anything out of him.
Mm-mm. Well, shoot. Well, that's it, honey. That's what we got.
That's what we got, child. Well,
Yes,
I'm
honey.
glad I kind of could chime in at the last minute, child. Thanks for taking
Girl,
my
yes.
call. Like,
Honey, they was on the highway to hell.
honey, highway to hell. That
Girl,
is for sure.
ACDC said it. The
Well,
highway
I
to
mean,
hell.
like you got the right background because it ain't the highway to hell. We are here.
Ain't it? Girl, by the
It
time
ain't
she
the
got to that
highway
last,
to hell. We are here, honey. Like we are in hell. Like
girl, I'm like, how in the world? Like her mind never, when you took time to do all these poster boards, you never thought like, man, I should do this. Cause you know how you about to type something, a comment or whatever, you'd be like, oh, I better not do that. You took time to put these poster boards together and your mind is saying, Kenya, this not a good idea.
I mean,
This not a
listen,
good place to do
that's
this.
like, well, I feel like even in that filming, somebody did try to say something and she told her to stay out of it.
Yes. So you're going too deep.
So I feel like even if
That
somebody
was Kelly
did,
that said that.
even if somebody had tried to stop Kenya, Kenya wasn't stopping.
But I'm just thinking her own
Kenya
mind
is the
could stop her.
queen of props, the queen of
Exactly. That's
stunts.
what I said earlier.
You
Yes.
know, right? You know what I mean? Like so. Nobody was stopping her.
Girl.
Like, going back to her first season with Porsha, that's what, like, kind of what we were saying with Porsha. Was it necessarily right that Porsha dragged her? Maybe not. I mean, I enjoyed it. But that's because that girl was sticking that thing in her face and yelling the blowhorn at her. I wanted to do the same thing. So you got what you gave.
Yeah. Honey, I don't know, but I Kenya, I just thought she'd have been smarter than this one.
She probably, well, again, I think she thought she was. And I think that's why she still seems to be in some sort of contract with Bravo. Um, it's got to be something. Because she's not trashing them. They're not trashing her. I mean, whatever they agreed to, I guess that
So you
that's what
think
it
she
is.
may just be suspended for this season and may come back next year?
I don't know. I mean, again, if she don't come to the reunion, we all say that, oh, like that's kind of the sign. So that would kind of indicate no. I don't necessarily I don't see a world where it makes sense for her to come back next season if she doesn't finish out this season. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I do feel like we want some type of answer too.
Yeah, we need closure.
Yeah, but I kind of like the Porsha, Candy, and Phaedra thing. I think this is one of them things we're not gonna get.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they're gonna have her come back to the reunion. And so I did read the statement. So what did you think? Do you think that's a goodbye?
It sounds like a goodbye.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, sound like a goodbye.
Yeah, it sounds like a goodbye for real. I mean,
And even I think somebody brought it up earlier. Um but I do, going back to the interview she did with Carlos King, going back to that was before they started filming.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, when I listened to that interview, the way she was speaking in that interview, I expected her to, I thought she was leaving the show then.
Me too. I did
Yeah,
too.
you
I
know,
say,
that,
damn.
like, her interview sounded like a exit at that point.
Yes.
So I don't know if her coming back in this season was some small compromise. And again, maybe production was just, or excuse me, maybe the executives were just looking for a way, or just some way to exit her out. And here's the thing, that wouldn't even be that far fetched, honestly, because from a budget issue, if they was able
Yes.
to bring in, like 4 new housewives, I mean, and get rid of probably the one that's one of the highest paid, because I figure her and Porsha probably are making the same amount so far, um, or something close to it. But I'm just saying, from a budget standpoint,
Yeah.
like, it just makes more sense to get rid of the person who's making the most money anyway.
Exactly.
If you can get the same results with the people, you know what I mean, that you don't got to pay that much.
Well, I hope the girls are able to bring it.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. So that's it, girl. I'm getting sleepy.
Okay, honey, but at least not forget, Real Housewives of Atlanta did do okay without Kenya once before.
Yes, they
Same
did.
as they have done without Nene, the thing we have to remember, and I think the housewives need to remember, is that one housewife doesn't make the show.
Yeah.
We watch the show for an ensemble cast.
That's
We look
right.
for an ensemble cast. We like when you get along. We like when y'all fight. But
Yeah.
we just don't like the nastiness. And so
Yes.
that's what you
Not
like. When
this.
it gets dark, it kind of takes a turn.
Yeah, it does.
So that's where we find ourselves with this episode. And we're gonna see. I guess it's up from here. That's the way they presenting it, huh? They gonna go to Grenada for the cast strip.
Because they can't go no further in hell.
Well, what you say? Let's get up, huh? Let's get.
Girl, we gotta rise.
Yep,
Girl, we
but
gotta rise. Because this is men in the lake of fire.
onward and upward.
Upward. Girl, this almost look Easter coming, so they gotta rise, girl.
Yeah.
Shit. Because, honey, the devil was right here today, girl.
Honey,
damn Kenya.
the devil in a purple dress, honey.
Girl.
The devil in a purple dress. And purple my favorite color, honey. I don't know why she had it on.
Yeah, because she looked nice. I mean, she really, 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 I thought she looked
everything looked so beautiful. She just ruined it. But that, I feel like it's her MO in a sense, going back to, and I guess, like, and I know you got to get off, so let me make this quick. I guess that's just something about character in general. Like I said, I started off talking about the nice Kenya showed up. I really was liking her. And then here we are, here. And with it, again, even though the antic was down below hell, it was not that far from what Kenya is capable of. And so with that being said, it's kind of like, you can't escape who you are, and so at this point, like say, your antics just really got the best of you. It's a expensive lesson you're gonna learn, because you're gonna learn this one. You're gonna learn today, honey. Like,
Yes.
yeah. And Bravo, listen, I'm not looking forward to Phaedra coming back, but let's just think about the way that Bravo punishes their housewives, honey. They know what to do.
Yes.
Take cameras from you, and take them from you for a while. Shit, you know what I'm saying? So now can you? Good luck.
Good luck.
Yeah, and hopefully Mark is over there. Because if she getting her some regular D, she ain't gonna care too much. So hopefully he is there. And
Girl, I need some.
hopefully they ride off into the sunset and be all right.
Yeah,
Because
something,
we ain't heard
honey.
no more about that situation either. So,
Girl, other than he getting evicted.
well, we talking about their actual divorce, right? But
Yeah.
that right. Well, you're right. And he lost his business, honey, and now he got to go over there and lay up under Kenya.
Ken.
Ken, okay? The provider.
Girl, he did her so wrong when he was on the show, but I was loving it though.
She showed met her match when she met that
Yes.
one.
Yes, yes, yes. I just got with this man because he's nice looking.
And
He treat you
and
like
still taking you through the ringer. But
girl.
and not for nothing, that's what we saw with Bethany. Bethany married this man, got this man, married this man, had a baby, and honey, the divorce lasted 3 times longer than they was
You know what?
married.
Wow. Girl, I
But
don't know.
that a lot of that was because, and it might be the same, like she was saying, Mark fighting for different stuff, like so it might be the same with him. But a lot of that was because she did make her money in the middle of them being um, engaged, and he was in finance.
Okay.
She literally did, or at least we saw on camera that she basically was asking him to quit his job to come on to her company,
No.
to help her. Because at first, so this is how Jim Beam came into the picture. She had her stuff in liquor stores, and she was having a problem keeping the product in the stores. So like I say, like I know he was in finance. I don't know what they got to do anyway, but that's what she was doing, was like telling him like, quit your job, come work, with my company, like basically help me. I need some
Mhm.
help. And eventually he did.
Oh.
Yeah, eventually he did. And again, she sold that company over to them. And I guess he said, "Not with my goddamn money, you won't." Like,
How much she had to pay him?
I don't even remember, and I actually think it might be not like they might not have said.
Something. Okay.
Yeah, they might not have said. I don't even remember, but it took them almost 10 years to finalize that divorce. Yes, ma'am.
Ooh.
No lie. I think they was
Gee.
only married for about 2 or 3.
Well, I be doggone. Okay.
hmm
Well, I hope it don't take Kenya that long, or either shoot.
Well, we already
Stop
here,
lying to
ain't
us.
we? We
Huh?
halfway
Yeah.
there.
Oh my God. Well, Kenya, I hope you look. I hope you stop burning down there in hell and you get yourself
Okay.
a little resurrection. Go ahead and pray. Ask the Lord to forgive you. Because you shown I think I don't know if anybody did anything worse than this on. I don't think has anybody did anything this bad.
You know, no. I feel like going back to Kenya being the queen of stunts. I feel like Kenya is the only one that pulls stunts.
Yeah, because
Drew
that's
did
why I
do
didn't
it
like her when she
with
came
the
on.
dog bone, which going back to Drew being the puppet to everybody. Because when Drew first came on back in season 12, Kenya, took her right on. And I peeped. I could tell you the very moment when I saw it. When I saw Kenya pull her over to the side. And I thought to myself, like, oh Lord, she, like trying to give, Drew the little 101.
Mm.
And so going to the next season when Fatuma was on there and she brought that fucking dog bone to the cabins or wherever they was, and that's what she like,
Mm.
you a dog or something, and gonna go throw it out. Oh, she did that the previous season at South Carolina. Now that was, listen, she ate with that one though. Somebody gave her some good advice on that when she brought the picture
Oh,
for
when she brought
Latoya.
the headshot, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Now she ate. That's the only one she
Yeah.
ate on. That she
Yeah.
ate.
Yeah, because that whole
Everybody should have started carrying around goddamn headshots after that. Like
yeah, because that whole Chris was a white elephant gift thing or whatever was horrible.
oh my God. Yes, honey.
I'm like, really?
So
Girl,
yeah.
girl
Drew
with the
asked,
big
so that's what I'm saying. Kenya, I think Kenya was giving her like stunts, one on one.
yeah, I didn't like none of the stunts that King used to pull.
Well,
I
that's
said,
what I mean. And I feel like she's the only person that did that type of stuff. I can't even on across all the franchises. I can't think of one other housewife that did that. And going back to Drew and being who she is on this show, um, I think that's the actor's thing.
okay,
I think that
okay,
Kenya, I feel like, and Claudia brought it up. Claudia not my favorite person either, but she made a good point, so I can give, do where it's due. She
yeah,
was just saying she didn't think that actors did well on reality shows, which I kind of agree with that. And a part of it, and I feel like this is what we see with Drew. Drew knows that she's on a reality show. Drew understands that it's about her life, but at the same time, Drew's used to playing a character.
mm-hmm,
So instead of allowing the editors and producers and network to create a character for her, she is either playing into the character they created or is acting out her own character. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, and which that's more so what it is, because going back to her first season, her and Ralph, I said it from their first scene. Oh my God, this is so good, baby. Like, oh, it was so like overdone,
forced,
yeah, and it was like, yeah, no, you don't talk to your man like that, like when you just in the house regular. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, no,
You talking
everything.
like Charles Oakley?
Exactly. Everything was so like embellished in a sense.
Yes,
And so yeah, so I like I say I agree with I think that's a maybe it's her acting. And again, every show needs a villain, you know.
yeah.
Um she played a I mean, she plays villain well.
I guess, girl. All I can say is she was on the highway to
Well,
hell
I
for
guess it wasn't a play. I think she is a villain.
girl. I don't know. All I know, it was shocking. Look, I was aghast.
Yeah,
It
son.
was just like, oh, I didn't know she went through all this. I said, wow. And on your big special day, this is what you decide to do. Girl, ain't no way in hell. I
She
wouldn't have
better
paid her.
save it, use it for a lesson for Brooklyn. Like, don't
Yes,
cut your nose off to spite your face, honey,
face, you
because
ain't
that's
never
exactly
lying.
what you did.
Because that was just ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Just ridiculous, ratchet, all of the above, honey. And yeah, you went down, honey. You done burnt. Look, how they say, burn up everything, honey. She burnt up, threw a bomb over there, honey. She burned up
Right.
everything, honey. She said, I'm going out.
They torching the whole place from her way
Girl, yes,
out.
she did. Honey, didn't even care. Came through like the California Flyers. And honey, burned up everything. Everything scorched.
Yes,
Scorched
yes.
earth over here, girl. Well, I don't know how Kenya's life going to pan out from here, but it seems like to me, if I was the one got this Kenya Moore hair care spa type deal, right before this episode was about to be coming on, honey, I'd been pushing my shit all up and down social media.
You see Drew peddling the hell out of her music, so you're
Girl,
right.
yes. But it sounds good though.
It does. It does.
It sounds real good. Y'all go out there and give Drew a listen. It sounds real good. And,
Give us the downloads the girl needed, honey. Help her
yeah,
out.
but you'd
So
be
she can
pleasantly
so she
surprised.
can start peddling for storylines.
Girl, 'cause I almost look. I hate that I like the songs because I don't like Drew.
I don't like Drew either, but I like the songs.
The songs are nice. I mean, she did. They did a good
I
job
mean,
on it.
again, I cannot like somebody and then I can say when they did something well. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, and maybe it might make me cringe, but no, her music does sound good. And I can say that easy just because
yeah,
I don't have
I got,
anything to compare it to. Like, I don't know any music that she had prior to
yeah,
this. So, for me, it's good. We know we couldn't see her, we couldn't get her to sing her as a person. I don't trust her. Like she is phony and fake, but the girl can sing.
yeah.
All right.
They put together a nice album. I mean, yes, I haven't. I would say like a lot of them you hear these days. I mean, they need to get some of them writers that she got because they did a good job. I would
Well,
say
they got to get back to some R&B. That might be where
yes,
she is at. A lot of the stuff that's out now, we listening to Meg The Stallion and Cash Doll, and
girl. I'm so tired of them. And half of them, all of them sound the same.
they do.
They sound the same. I can't tell the difference who's what. But yes. So, girl, that's it. That's all. Good night. Thank y'all for listening. And thank you, Brandy, for joining me.
Thanks
Because my
for
voice
having
is
me.
about to go out, girl. But I would say this episode to me, I would say about a 6. I just was totally outdone. And one thing I would wonder, well, while I was going, if it was so bad, why would they even air it? Why could they just had not aired it and maybe Kenya could have still been on?
Well, I think that going back to social media and
Okay.
things leaking, yeah, I feel like certain stuff you have to address in some sort of way.
Yeah.
So I think because this got out, it was all over the blogs, and not for nothing. I mean, it probably boosted the viewership. Even though we know the viewers were down and they've been struggling, but even up until this point, I'm sure that information helped who came, to watch.
Why do you
Um,
think they're struggling? Because they got rid of too many?
no, because they had 2 seasons that was trash.
Yeah.
Two, not one, two. That's the reality. Like both of the seasons really were just trash. Um, and actually, I would go as far as to say that the season with Bolo, um, that turned it. It was like dark, right? I feel like Kenya made that season really dark. They went for a bachelorette party. She came back, wanting to prove who slept with the stripper in the house. Then it was, you a nasty hoe. My kid was in that house. Like, how you gonna bring somebody home or to the cast house and this and that. And so it just, I feel like as far as girls go, we all had the same thought. Like it felt nasty. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, it, not to say it's so, I don't know. I ain't sleeping with random strippers and stuff, but grown people do what they want to do, and if I go
Exactly.
on a girl's trip, it's a girl's trip, like, and I'm not here to police my friend about what she does. Now, are we gonna look out for each other and you know what I mean? Like, do those things? Absolutely. But am I gonna shame my friend for meeting a guy and having a good time? No.
No,
Yeah,
that was
no. You know what
ridiculous.
I'm saying? And so I feel like it was a consensus about the rest of that season, even from the cast, even though, and you can see, I'm just kind of reliving it and thinking it. You can see it during the episodes. Like Kenya forced Candy to back her up. She was baiting Cynthia into like, well, like then at the last, minute, here come Marlo, like ready, willing, and able.
Yeah.
And so that's what she ran with. And and again, it was nasty and dark because it wasn't one of those types of things that, like, even with this Brit Edie thing, let's just do this. The days of shaming women for being a hoe seem to be over. I feel like maybe she missed the memo. And what? No, for real. Maybe she missed the memo. And what I mean by that is because I think we've all, like how we are now referring to people as sex workers and things like that. I think everybody is under the consensus that people have sex, people pay for sex, people, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
people post sex, you know what I'm saying? Like sex, people have sex, like it's what's happening. And so most of us got into this place where uh calling a female a hoe is not a read any longer. The way that
Mm-hmm.
it had been, kind of like, like Cynthia was like, oh, whore, like kind of like the difference between saying whore
Oh,
and
and
hoe,
hoe.
like, right, yeah,
Yes.
like she said, it's almost a compliment to be called a hoe. Yeah, like, but you call it a whore, like, yeah, that's real, like, oh God, like, damn, a whore, cause that just sounds like you ain't getting paid or nothing.
Girl, only 1,400. Lord Jesus.
Oh Lord. So I feel like Kenya missed that memo. She's still stuck on the, like she gotta prove whoever. And not really looking at the details of it. Like people have sex, we not that, the public is not that thrown
Conservative.
off by the information of somebody having sex. Like, girl, go
Exactly.
somewhere, but maybe the imagery might be a little different. And again, because you went that far, it's like, well, girl, I'm at a hair spa. I did not come here. Well, maybe you did. What I say, a hair spa. Excuse me.
Yes.
For so let me rephrase that. I'm at a hair spa, not a head spa. Okay,
Coming to see
pun
the head
intended.
doctor.
Right,
Yes.
yeah. Pun intended. Is this a hair spa or the head spa? Now let me stop.
Lord have mercy. Now look, since when Brit left, she left because Kenya didn't put her out. So why did she leave? I didn't pay attention.
She left. She left for the same reason she was mad at Kenya in the first place, because Kenya
Acknowledge her. That's
didn't
right.
acknowledge her. Yeah.
Okay, that's what
And
it was.
now what I'll give Brittany on that end, and again, not knowing where it came from, clearly production, I guess, did tell her to do something, like with her apologizing and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But listen, this is what I'm gonna give her. Kenya paid her dust, didn't really want to acknowledge her. She turned around and walked her tail back out. And I feel like that was the most respectful thing she could have done, even though you already disrespected this lady and quite possibly disrespected her by even showing up. But again, the fact that she did not, because other housewives, I believe, would have taken that opportunity to stay because they knew it was a cast filming,
Uh-huh.
and and to use that to infiltrate somebody's space, so like I said, Kenya wasn't trying to hear it. She didn't acknowledge her very much. Um and so she got the hell out of there. I don't blame her, and I guess thank God for her, because means I guess she would have really brought out the pow 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 had she been there. I'm just saying, God knows how far that would have went. Like, had she really been in the room while that happened, right?
Yes. Oh, that would have really been ugly.
That's what I'm saying. Because
Yes, that
clearly
would have
she
been
got a
ugly.
pow pow pow. We're not buying the fact that she don't.
You think she had it in her pocketbook?
Well, I mean, that's what people carry it, don't they?
Yeah. On her body. Up in them under them breasts somewhere.
Or it might, or maybe up here had it. Oh, I'm sorry, her husband.
Yeah.
I mean, her husband.
Girl, the husband. Lord have mercy. I got a lot to say about him. But yeah, it would have got really ugly. Because anybody, human nature would have kicked in. You know, somebody put a picture of you in
Girl,
that
it's like
situation.
I don't even want to think about what. Well, I listen. I ain't gotta think about it because what I know for a goddamn fact is ain't nobody gonna be able to find no picture like that of me.
Girl, like I know what.
That's what I know for a fact. Okay.
I'd be like, is this AI?
Correct. Right. If you got a picture of me looking anything close to it,
Girl,
and
it's AI.
that's gonna be a ass whooping even harder just because you would make that up.
Girl, I'm about to
Like,
tear up your whole damn spa.
I'm saying. I'm saying, like you said, I'm gonna tear all this shit up. Like food all on the floor,
Girl,
flowers down that flower
girl,
wall.
it's goner. Because, honey, you chose violence today. And I'm about to give it to you. So we all gonna be in hell.
Okay,
Stomping
right.
on the devil's head. We gonna be dancing that lake of fire. Yes, we will be stomping on the devil's head because I'm about to give it
Yes,
to you.
raising hell. Okay,
Well,
raising hell.
yes, honey, because oh my God. This episode was just, I was like, because I made sure I was at home by the time to at least watch it. And I'm like, well, damn. I'm sitting in front of the TV and everybody else little scenes. I was trying to hurry get through. Lord, let it hurry.
Right.
And I kind of, laughed at Oakley scene. But this one here, I said, damn, Kenya, why?
I feel like
And
maybe we all just needed to watch it just to see if it was even real, to see if it
yes,
really just went down like the way that it had been told to us, you know what I mean, like in the blogs and stuff. And I feel like what we found out is that it did. It doesn't. I'm interested to see or to know how much of that was like even chopped. You know what I
oh,
mean?
girl, yes, that was chopped the hell up. I know that. And I just want to know what the ratings were.
Hmm.
And then what's going to happen next week. We're going to have that spike and then it's going to go back down.
I think it is going to go back down. Because also, let me just say this. As I was watching the episode, I've come up to this conclusion. Okay, I know Shamia is rich, and I do like Shamia. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Shamia is not a full-time housewife. I'm so sorry.
Mm-hmm.
She's not. And I hate that for her. Like, cause she trying real hard, but I like this episode, I was like, like, I, okay, should I,
Go ahead.
she's not an anchor. Maybe she is a full-time housewife. I'm still putting her in that candy box. In a sense of, it's okay that she got the money, but that ain't enough. I want more. And I do feel like with all of the time that we've gotten a chance to see Shamia, and again, I understand she wasn't full time. She was a friend of. We don't get to see a lot of her personal story. But I feel like if you were main cast, you would have always given some sort of main cast energy. Who was even asking for Shamia? Even though poor Marlowe's seasons flopped, the people been asking for her for a long time.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
You know?
So wait a minute. So you think she's not giving as much as the other new girls?
It's not that. I don't think this is her. I don't. It's not her spot. That's not her spot. It feels like she's being placed in something, and it's not. It doesn't feel organic. It doesn't feel natural. It doesn't feel like it's her. Not to me. Not to me. I'm not.
That's interesting. That's interesting. I would say, I mean, compared to the other new girls, they all about the same to me. Is you still there? 'Cause I can't hear you no more. I think we look. Did I lose you, or did y'all lose me? We still on? I don't know. Maybe she might have ran out. Maybe her phone must have died. But let me know. Do y'all think Shamia? Do you think she's housewife material? Let me know. Yeah, I think she dropped down. Let me know if she's housewife material. Let me know what you guys think about this episode. How do you feel about Kenya? How you feel about Kenya and her antics? Do you feel like what she did was okay? Or do you feel like, kind of like how I feel, it'd have been okay if it was in another venue at another time where it was just privately amongst the cast members instead of public? Oh, you got kicked out? Okay, let me see. So maybe, I don't know. Just let me know what you guys think. And what would you rate this episode from 1 to 10? I give it about a 6. I don't know how to feel about it. But that's it. That's all. My voice is about to go. Y'all have a great evening. Thank you for taking your time and listening to Brandy and myself recap this episode. And I'm about to, is she back? Let me let her back in so she can say goodnight.
Okay, y'all, okay. Good night. Look, I guess string y'all like, y'all gotta go.
So look, good night, everyone. Thank you for your time. Please share, like, subscribe for myself and Brandy Janae. And you guys have a great evening. Thank you. Good night.